Alright, you guys, thanks for checking this out. I want to create a few videos just going over how to read charts, how to read charts to gain an understanding of the news and the objective that the stock market or the people have for the stock market in said week, right? So I like to react to levels and come up with possible scenarios for the identified levels. And this is how I go about understanding the levels and the price action at any given moment, right? Not to say that this is 100% accurate, but this is how I narrow down charts. We first look at the monthly chart. So it is March. We're going to go back to February here. And I want to mark the high and the low of the previous month, because then that tells me how strong or weak the next month is, right? So we are in mid-March. Let's look at the daily chart, right? So this is the high and low of February. We've broken the low of February, which gives us an indication that the stock is weak, or the ETF is weak, or the chart is weak for that matter. That is the wide lens of things. This is the wide lens of things. This is the daily and the monthly chart. So we see that this month is more bearish than the previous month in February. And if we look back between May of 2025 through October of 2025, we had higher lows every month until February. February was a low of 675, whereas a low of January was 676. All right, so now here we are below the previous month low, which is a bearish indicator. All right, now let's go down to the 10-minute chart. All right, so you can have the same process at the smaller time frames. Same mind frame, smaller time frame. Let's look exactly at last week. This is Monday. This is the entire week. We have a low 658, and we have pulled back more than 70% off of the high of 683, and we can mark that, right? This is our shorter time frame action. All right, we got our low that we must hold for the bulls, and if we hold that low, our next level of resistance is the previous low of the month of February, right? That'll be right around in here. So now we tell ourselves, what are the possible reactions that can take place at these levels? So here at this low, we are either going to hold it, bounce somewhere in this area, pull down to create a higher low for the next resistance line of 673. Something like that. Or we could have a fail, retest, failure, and head lower. And we would be heading lower. Let's zoom out. We would be heading lower. Let's go to the 4-hour chart. We would be heading down to around 650, because around 650 area we have support, resistance, right? So around this area is the next level of support if we cannot maintain the low of Friday. So that is how I look at charts. Zoomed out, right? all the way to zoomed in. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope this helps.